All right, we're live. Me. I guess I'm live. 2 minutes early. I'm all hopped up on some sort of coffee in a can. I'm ready to go. Hope everybody's doing all right. Oh, shoot. Hold on. I'm hearing myself. I don't want to hear myself. Let's get this. Let's fix this. So today's prompt or this week's prompt for Inktober is Poppy, and only because I had just watched, I just watched Crime. I think it's called Crime of the Century, and it's a 2-part documentary on HBO Max about the opioid crisis, and it's fucking fascinating. With that fresh on my mind, I immediately went to that when I saw Poppy. I guess the other thing I thought of was Trolls, the character Poppy, but I didn't want to draw that. So we're going to draw something else. I was just messing around right before I went live and found a couple of like Poppy old engravings and cut out the flower part and put 2 flowers into the eye sockets of a skull, which is, it's a popular kind of motif for tattoos, but probably not with poppy flowers. So I'm going to try to draw that. I'm drawing from a reference, kind of a reference. I also found a skull, so we'll see how it goes. I have the usual issues stacked against me, which is I keep bitching about having too many things on my desk, but I never do anything about it, so I've got the same amount of things staring at me. I'm going to try to work again in pencil, and then probably fill in an area with this ink and or these markers, and then possibly work with these pens and markers for the black lines. So we'll see how it goes. Okay. So that documentary, oh man, it's pretty heavy. It's really interesting. It leaves you with very little trust in pharmaceutical companies. All of them. A few of them were, key in creating this epidemic or crisis, but they're all equally evil. And then the worst part is the government, because once they got busted for this whole crisis and called out for it, our government cut them a deal, and the Sackler family didn't even really have to pay. They paid what they're calling a speeding ticket. So our government is kind of endorsing pharmaceutical companies and encouraging them to continue selling us drugs irresponsibly. And yeah, it's crazy. I probably should lower the position of this head. Let's try to do this down here. And I'm always curious to know who has some connection to this opioid crisis, because I think everybody's probably got a friend or a family member that has been impacted, and we do. So it's it's actually it it immediately impacts one life, but then quickly that becomes a problem for an entire family. I wasn't gonna draw the bottom jaw, but I think I'm gonna just go for it. I had this conversation with my buddy Alex last night about loosening up, and how how I once used to draw a lot looser, and now I'm like so self-conscious about what I'm doing that it's showing in my art. So I'm gonna try to loosen up a little bit. That's not right. That's definitely not right. But again, it's it's hard to stay loose when you're drawing live. Let's measure that out a little bit here. I don't even know why I'm spending time on the eye sockets, because you're not even going to see them once I draw the poppies. Yeah, I wish this documentary was on not on HBO. I wish it was on something that everybody can watch, because it's a pretty powerful one. Okay, let's see. What is that skull? Looks okay, I guess. It's a little messed up, but whatever. I think these eyes. Well, you're not going to see the eye sockets again. I think the eye sockets are clearly too high. They should be further down, overlapping the top of the nose. Okay, so I'm just gonna erase that, kinda. Oh, see, I need to I need to pay attention to what I'm doing, because at this point I should be just before I start drawing details. I need to fill this in. I'm gonna not use too much ink, because I want it to dry. And because it probably looks a little bit more interesting with texture. Alright, we're just going to let that dry. I finally got a sketch pad that has thicker sheets, so the paper doesn't buckle as easily with the ink. It's nothing fancy, it's just some mixed media 98 pound. You know, most of the sketchbooks I have are like 60 pound, so it's nice to have something a little bit thicker. It's kind of nice because these sheets are, uh-oh, my camera went out of focus. Hold on. Huh. Let's try to fix that. Problem is I can't fix that while I'm filming and connected. Huh. Well, shit. Alright, hold on one sec. Autofocus off. There we go. Okay, hopefully, let me just see. Are we in focus for the most part? Yeah. Okay. All right, let's start drawing this damn poppy. Can I draw over that? I can't see. next one. I feel like I have two different poppy references. Like the flowers just look a little bit different. Okay. So I think what we're gonna do now is just start blocking in the skull. Anyway. Let's get some more black. The next supply on my list that I want to get are some brayers, so I can try to roll maybe some sort of distress, kind of like texture onto some of my sketches. I think that'd be kind of cool. This is one way to stay loose, is to not paint with or not draw with a marker, but to draw with a brush. Definitely do not like the shape. Yeah, this is my, hey Nancy, my classic, all my brushes are, the handles have fallen off, so I kind of like holding it from down here anyway. Yeah, I think I just screwed up the head on the side. I gotta fix something. Hold on. Although the ink is wet. Okay, I'm gonna come back to that. This is terrible. That's not even. I don't know what the hell happened. Inexcusable. The shape is not. I'm gonna go back in and refine this. It's not what I was going for, but whatever. Whatever, man. I'm drawing. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna start inking some of this. I need a scrap piece of paper. Okay, nothing is dry. Huh, this isn't really, this brush pen is not working well on that orange ink, but that's okay. These are the things you find out in real time. Does this work better? Oh, yeah, man. Wow. Totally different. Okay. Oh man, come on. Should have saved the background for the last step, but I just needed to see something come together quickly. So it's for my own amusement. Okay, the problem with this pen, this works really well, but I cannot get a fine line from it. Yeah, it's a little too thick. What the hell, man? Maybe this pen is just running out of ink. Nope. Clearly it is, or I mean it's just not working. Let's try this. Nope. Okay, back to this one. So Nancy, have you been drawing or creating, doing anything for yourself, or are you swamped with work-related projects? No, that's not what I should be doing. Don't move the sketch pad. Yes, you are drawing. All right. Or you have been drawing. Sweet. I need to announce our next challenge. I'm kind of overdue with that. It's going to be an easier one. Ooh, Demons and Fables. Yes. Yes. Okay, this is the problem. I want to leave this here so you guys can't, aren't annoyed at me constantly moving the sketchbook around, but I can't get the right angle. What do I do, man? What do I do? And then yeah, it's just funny. I keep doing everything out of order. I should have also started with the left poppy so that my right hand doesn't smear what I just did. Yeah, this is what happens when you draw for the first time. Like, come on, man. Come on. Hey, Jeff Clausen. Nice to have you here. Yeah, this started as a blank sheet of paper. I actually considered pre-sketching part of it, but I thought it'd be more fun to start from nothing and see what happens, so that I could document any sort of failure from start to finish. Jeff, when was the last time you drew anything? Anything at all? Your answer better be, I don't know, like yesterday, last night. Okay, here's the part where I can't. It's like, fuck me. This is for you guys, so I don't rotate the sketchbook. All right, let's get back down here for a little bit. Okay, so Procreate last night. That counts, man. That totally counts. I wish I could say that. I still don't have that. Or it's not that I don't have Procreate. I don't have an iPad still, so there's that. You know, it's a much larger problem. Okay, I'm gonna look. The thing that's kind of cool about having a little side view of the camera of my desktop is I can look at the picture. I can look at this from further away without having to move away, and I can see that the skull is not to my liking, but we can still. There's hope. There's hope. So, Jeff, are you liking drawing? Are you starting to like drawing digitally more than analog? Or is it just different? Is there a time and place for it? I'm reading your comment right now. Oh man, that just made, yeah, that's awesome. That you guys are walking around or setting up shop at a donut shop with your sketchbooks and drawing. That's super cool. What the extent of art making in our house is either like when we're doing our drink and draws on Zoom. Jaden will usually sit behind me and draw, or like last night, Marley. I was talking to my buddy Alex, and she was drawing behind us, which is cool because I always have art supplies out, so that's cool. But I can't wait until they get a little bit older, so that yeah, we could go somewhere with our sketchbooks and draw like from observation. Because Jaden is starting to do that. He's starting to want to like look at something and try to draw it, which is awesome. But he's also so good at drawing from imagination. I love his characters and things. Kids are so creative like that. I have been trying to draw more regularly, and let's see. It's no contest, but I also love ink brushes and anti-pens and sketchbook for years, but if the kids get to try. Yeah. I'm more torn. I like doing digital and analog, but there is still some block. There's something that happens digitally, at least on the computer. It might be, I think um, maybe drawing on an iPad with Procreate would be a little bit closer to drawing on paper, but I mean, it still is. They're never going to be the same thing. They're always going to feel different. That's, I think, one of my problems. Or, I mean, it's not necessarily a problem, but it's just a difference. Like, once I start drawing digitally, I think I started thinking about the image differently. Like, I think what I'm trying to say is I let the medium dictate the subject matter, or at least like the style or the approach, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I could argue both sides of that. I think the thing about digital is I think you just like you're less likely to make the cool mistakes that lead to fun discoveries. That's just less likely to happen because it's such a controlled environment. Okay, I the skull shape is still totally effed up. Um, so I need to do something about that. Like, how did I get that so wrong? Yeah, how did I mess that shit up? It looks there's like not this looks like a blob. Oh man. And I keep I try to undo what I did, but then I just go back and draw the same same freaking lines over again. Like, what am I doing? Oh well, hey man, welcome to Jeff. Don't yeah. This is here we go, dude. This is why this is like my issue. I'm so I have so much negative self talk, like a lot. So that's what this broadcast is all about. It's watching me. It's watching somebody talk themselves into failure. Nancy is also watching. She's very familiar with this whole format. So yeah, this is new to you. Oh, you know what, Jeff? I just thought of this. The whole YouTube Shorts deal, that I'm not getting any um, views from that anymore. I think it was because it was so new that there was like a momentary boost of, like, YouTube was rewarding everybody who was creating those videos, but now there's a lot more action. So I'm not seeing the benefits as much. So like I have a brush in Photoshop called Clipper, and it essentially does what I'm doing. So I mean, it's kind of cool that there are options. You can mimic real world materials and stuff digitally. Like there's a brush out there for everything. But the key, or I think the important thing, is the digital version is always trying to mimic the analog version. It's rare that it's the other way around, so why not just do it analog? And yeah, I've like, I'm struggling with social media right now because it just takes so much time, and I'm already behind. I'm already not drawing like I as much as I want to. I feel like I'm neglecting the club a little bit, which really bums me out. So yeah, I kind of like stopped doing as many Instagram posts. And then that's the other. I think that's another issue is the. Oh, I should probably take this comment off. Um, the other issue is like the perfectionism thing. Anytime I do a post, like, I always think, oh, this will take me like 1 minute, and then yeah, it doesn't take me a minute. uh, it's just so convoluted. Okay. I'm just taking a step back here and trying to look at what I have so far and what I need to do. I'm gonna block that out. And then take that out. Oh man, another show that's pretty awesome. I think it's called The White Lotus. That's also on HBO. It's written by Mike. I think his name is Mike White. Mike White. He's the dude that wrote School of Rock. And man, it's a bizarre show. Steven Zahn is in it. Hey, thanks for the encouragement, Jeff. Um, Okay. Okay, I need to stop with that. Let's get some more white going on. So, Nancy, have you, or both of you guys, have you thought of doing any Inktober drawings lately, or you know, I guess it's good for people or artists that need someone else to tell them what they're gonna draw, like me. Um, but yeah, I'm always curious, who ends up doing the Inktober stuff consistently. Because, I mean, it is fun. But I know Nancy has her own agenda. She's got endless content, endless narratives and stories, which is what I love about your creativity. Like, there's always something to comment on or explore. I envy that. Oh, wait a minute. I'm not done. Here, let's do some... Oops. Drawvember. Yeah, the bottleneck. There's only so many things you can do. We've talked about this before. Um, yeah, there's like so many things that you want to do, and there's only obviously so much time. So you have to pick and choose. And my suggestion is still, I think you should hire I think you should find a team of interns that will work for free for the experience of being part of your brain and have them implement. You come up with the ideas and then hand it off to them and they figure out how to make it happen. This needs... Once again, my hands are too shaky for this kind of stuff. Yeah, so Jeff, your comment about Inktober or just drawing prompts taking you away from... Oh, okay. All right, man. We'll take care. Thanks for jumping in, and we'll see you next time. I'm hopefully going to keep doing this every Thursday. So even if you pop in for 5 or 10 minutes, that'd be rad. All right, man. But yeah, Jeff's comment about drawing prompts kind of distracting from his other ideas is that goes back to the conversation I was having with Alex last night, which is like I wish I could stick to a theme and explore just that thing deeply, and that's always my intent. After drawing this, I'm thinking, okay, I want to do more drawings with dry brush, and one color and white markers. Cool. And flowers. This should be a series. I'm gonna do that, and then next time I sit down to draw, it's digitally, not with the just completely different. I'm so all over the place, constantly distracted. I envy that in people who have, they've got their vision, they've kind of got their themes figured out, their style for the most part, and it evolves over time, but there's some consistency and there's like a clear path from one point to another, and they're able to like really dive deep and explore something very specific. I haven't been able to do that, and I don't know why. I think this is, I think I'm gonna stop on this. Today is the 15th. Actually, I'll do that up here. Nope, wrong pen. Oh, good Lord, come on. Yeah, this pen does not work really well. And of course, as usual, the drawing did not come out as I had intended. I think that is okay, because I don't think a drawing should ever come out. It's just you have to always adjust your expectations, and then realize like it's probably good that it didn't come out the way you envisioned it, because everything always looks and sounds, or it just seems better in your head, and the reality of it is probably never, it's just never as interesting. Or maybe that's maybe I don't know, am I looking at it wrong? Maybe if I was a successful or more skilled artist, I would be able to have a vision or an image and then execute that and have it come out pretty close. But that is not that's not what we're dealing with right here. I'm making use of what I can do. Or I guess I'm acknowledging my limitations. That's what I'm trying to say. Meditation, totally. Yeah, here's the deal. It's no matter what, I think just the act of drawing, it means you're stopping, you're taking a breath, you're putting everything else that's going on in life, just you're kind of pushing it aside temporarily and doing something that is in the moment and you're not thinking about other things, or hopefully you're not. Um, so I mean, yeah, I think it is a lot like meditation for sure. Something about the process of drawing being another way to think about. Absolutely, I think when you're that's okay. So contrary to what I just said, when you are drawing and maybe you are thinking about something unrelated, but I think if you're, yeah, it's like a different way of processing things. If you're doing that while you're drawing, you're in a different headspace, and I think that's good. And for me, I think I'm so stuck in my head all the time that it's good to do this, because you have to get out of your head. Otherwise, yeah, nothing's gonna turn out great. Okay. I wonder if I should add any more. Let's just see something real quick. Here's where I need to turn the fucking sketch pad. God damn it. Hold on. Alright, this is the wrong pen to do that with. Let's do this. Oh my god. Again, glad I'm not a surgeon. Shaky hands. What is the meaning? Is it's a neurological thing or what? Okay. Sorry if my head was in the way. Oops, still in the way. Gotta get my giant head under control here. Giant head. Whoa. All right, I think I'm done fussing with this. How was coffee?
Good.
That's all I got. Hey, Nancy, thank you again for hanging out. I hope you have a good rest of the week and weekend, and I hope you have some time to do a challenge. I'm going to try to announce it before the weekend in case anybody has time over the weekend to do it. So that's a wrap. I'll see you later.